Today we are processing apples. I have my setup here. I have my KitchenAid, my 2 bowls, my apples, and I even have a cutting board with a knife ready to cut off any blemishes and stuff. So I'm gonna take you guys along and we are gonna get started. Before we get too far into this project, I am going to fill my bowl up with some cold water. I'm gonna fill it up with cold water and just enough to cover the apples, and I'm gonna add some lemon juice so they stay fresh looking. So okay, so I am done processing my apples. I only did 1 box of apples today. I did get my apples from Azure Standard. I do have a grocery haul that they're in. That's probably gonna come out before this video. But, so I only did 1 box, and believe it or not, that took me like an hour and a half. I think a little bit longer actually, so. I have my processed apples that are just sitting in water right now, and then I have the peels and the cores and everything. And I did get a steam juicer for Christmas. I've never used it yet, and I'm gonna try steam juicing the peels. I've seen other people do this, and I think it's a really great idea to get like some apple juice out of it, and just so they don't go to waste. So there's a lot of pulp still in the peels and a lot of flavor, so I think it would be really yummy to juice. So we're also gonna be making applesauce today, and I'm gonna take you guys along, and then we're gonna can it up. Okay, so never used this before, so I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm gonna read the instructions. So it says to place fruit or vegetables in the top strainer. So let's do that. I have no idea how much this is gonna get me or anything, so I don't know if it's gonna be enough to like can, or I'm just gonna be sticking it in the refrigerator. My husband goes through juice really fast, so I'm probably just gonna be refrigerating it. Get our water. I'm gonna say that's almost to the top, because once it starts boiling and stuff, I don't want it to boil over or anything. I'm gonna turn it on kind of like a medium low. Okay, put the lid on, and we'll just kind of let that do its thing, and I will bring you back when hopefully there's some juice in there. So I did move my little step stool here with the little spout going down in it. I had it hooked right there, and when I went to go play with that little thing that you you pinch, it was so hot, so I want to get it away from the heat. So I'm doing that. Put it in the jar just in case it drips, and I will show you when hopefully I get some juice. Have no idea if this is gonna work. For my apples, I think I am gonna take the lid off now. This has been going probably for about 20 minutes. And I am gonna kind of do like a cinnamon applesauce. But instead of adding sugar, I'm gonna use honey today. I just like having a little less sugar in my life if I can, processed sugar at least. So, and I'm hoping I don't have to add much because the apples seem pretty sweet themselves. So we'll see once we kind of get it blended up. But I'll let you know what I'm putting in there. It's getting really good. I think I'm actually gonna stop there. So I'm finally getting enough in there to where it's like dripping down the tube. I've used almost all my peels up, and so it doesn't seem like very much. I'll give you my full opinion when I'm done juicing this stuff. So I highly recommend doing a setup like this if you're doing steam canning, because I thought this little clamp would kind of like clamp it shut, but it definitely drips the entire time. So if you just leave it hanging without a jar in it or something, you're gonna get it all over your floor. Okay, got a canner full. I'm gonna set it in. And water's about lukewarm, so we're gonna have to let this come up to temperature. And it's about an inch over our jars, so it's perfect. My little Kobe dog decided to come help me in the kitchen today, huh? What you doing, bud? You say hi to our YouTube friends? Come here, sit. Good boy. Down. Lay down. Oh, good boy. Okay, so I have my applesauce in the canner, and if you guys are ever, so apples are high enough acidity where you can water bath can them by themselves and they'll be fine. If you're unsure on like how long to process applesauce, You can always look in one of your ball canning books for reference. Both of these books have applesauce recipes. So for my altitude, once the canner comes up to a boil, then I will process these for 20 minutes. And then I will have a second batch to do once these are done. So I'll show you these when I'm pulling them out of the canner. Okay, so this is the result of the steam juicing. I'm not gonna lie, in the beginning, I had my hesitancy. I did not think I would get this much because it like took forever in the beginning to even just get juice in there. And then I think once the thing just really heated up and I put the second batch of peels and cores and stuff in there, it really started like flowing and like coming out. So do I think it's worth it for that much juice? It seemed like a lot of peels in the beginning, and like cores and stuff. I mean, it might have seemed like a lot. I could see how if you had an apple tree, it would become really handy. And I think it's worth it. I'm actually going to taste it though with you guys. And I'm gonna see how it is because I haven't tasted it yet. But let's try it. That's pretty good. It's warm right now, so it tastes like hot apple cider. You need the cinnamon in it, cinnamon stick in it. It's like maybe just a tang bitter, maybe because like the peels and the cores, but it's actually really close to apple juice. So, I mean, I'm happy with the taste. The amount seems a little sad. I mean, I'm not gonna can this, I'm just gonna put it in the refrigerator. You probably get a lot more like fruit juice if you did the whole fruit. I could definitely see you getting a lot more out of it. Just because the cores and the peels were so thin, it didn't get a lot. Okay, so I'm done doing my applesauce. I got a little more than 12 pints of applesauce. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's so yummy. And I basically got 13, but it was like an inch and a half away from the, it was like more of like an inch and a half headspace, and it's supposed to be a half an inch headspace. So I got one in the fridge for now, and then these will go in the pantry. It's been a while since I've made applesauce, so I'm really excited to have this on my shelf. They're pretty cool now. I'm really happy with the coloring. Just has some honey, vanilla, cinnamon, and a little bit of boiled cider that I put in there. So I'm really happy with how these are turned. Really happy with how these are turning out. So I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you will give this a thumbs up and subscribe. And I hope you guys keep coming back because I have a lot of videos coming out. So, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.